Chopping Mall is a really decent film, and I have to say, the concept is painfully relevant 40 years later, probably more so now than it ever has been before. This was released in 1986. It's directed by Jim Wynorski, written by Wynorski and Steve Mitchell, with a cast including Kelli Maroney, Toni O'Dell, Russell Todd, Karrie Emerson, and various others. And the concept is really, really, well, it's great, but given the circumstances of today, I also hate the concept. Robots have been hired to watch the mall at night, and they've short-circuited and are now out to kill. And considering in 2026, robots are taking everybody's jobs, including cleaning jobs. I've seen robots, I haven't seen them, I've seen videos of robots in supermarkets that are designed to clean the floors instead of giving that job to humans who might need the money. It's a very painful situation and not unrealistic. Well, one might argue the short-circuiting and going out to kill people might be unrealistic, but who knows? It's a good, fun, easy watch. And I will say that I actually think, because of how relevant it could be for today, I think it's more enjoyable today than it would have been had I watched it, say, 15 years ago. And I don't know if I could say it's more enjoyable than it would have been in 1986, but I do think as time goes on, it becomes more relevant, more real, and more enjoyable. So if you ever watched it previously and you maybe didn't love it or you don't really remember it, give it another go. Knowing what we know about technology today and how robots are being forced on us everywhere we turn. Really great concept. The robots look great. They're not overly complicated in design. I could actually see them looking like this if they were to hire robots to watch shopping malls today. I actually googled it to see if that was a thing, and apparently, without doing too much digging, yes, some companies are starting to hire robots for store security. Maybe if they watched this film, they wouldn't. Maybe that is the solution. Sit everybody down who is really pushing robots on us and make them watch this film. Not that it's that scary. It is fun. It is quite a joy. There are some scenes that are quite intense, but I wouldn't say it's a particularly scary film. There is some bloodshed, but it's not too in your face. So if you're not a big fan of that kind of film, I'd say it's not going to be too much of an issue, but there definitely is some bloodshed. The characters themselves are well written, they're interesting enough, they're likeable enough. I didn't care for any particular character, I wasn't rooting for this or that person to survive, but I enjoyed spending time with them. All of the performances were really good. The mall setting worked really well. I think they made a really good use of the space there. Because it's at night, the lighting is quite dim. I don't love that, but I do think it's the most sensible decision. They could have turned the lights up. It could have made sense. They could have had a reason to put the lights up full for the majority of the film. But at the same time, I understand why the lights are down. I don't mind too much. It's a good film. It's fun. It's entertaining. I didn't watch it 15 years ago, but I would argue it's probably more enjoyable today because when things are horrible, we laugh. Otherwise, we'll cry. That being said, if you are genuinely scared of the uprising of the robots, it probably isn't going to be the best film to watch because, as I said, who knows if somebody I shouldn't personify the robots like that. If something short circuits, who knows? I don't ever believe this kind of thing could happen, but again, how can we ever be certain? We can't be. It's terrifying. The film itself is good fun. If it sounds like a film for you, I'd say Chopping Mall is definitely worth watching.